Good morning, everyone. So today I wanted to talk about INFJs and the famous slamming doors. So when I heard the term slamming doors and INFJs, I thought, not really. We don't do that. For one thing, we hate the loud noises, you don't slam. And secondly, it feels like, how can I say that? It feels violence. We don't like violence. We do not slam doors. But then I started reading a bit more about it and watching videos. And oh boy, is that what you mean? So, apparently, INFJs, we are notorious or famous for slamming the door. To me, it conveyed the image of gently, softly, we close the door as we go out, and then we throw the keys. So, sometimes what this means is, in a context of friendship, or any other context, situation, relationships, or whatever you want to call it. What happens is that we have, in our bank, of patience, let's say, we have a big piggy bank there. It is our own nature. So sometimes we keep on drawing up from that bank. And, oh, my cat just went out. And she is smelling the flowers now. So sometimes, let's look at the bowl of fruit now. So sometimes what happens is, because we are so introverted and we just don't express ourselves. We just don't express ourselves. We just, we just keep silent about our feelings. And we draw up from this big piggy bank we have of patience and empathy and all that. And it doesn't affect us the same way as some other people. We are now in a raw state, as I call it. So basically what happened is that, let's say friends, in a friend situation, they will be drawing up from that bank. They try our patience all the time, or they say things we don't like, and still we're there. Nothing happened, apparently. In reality, we're taking out from that piggy bank. And so finally, one day, that friend, for example, say, oh, the most silly thing. And that was it. Now, for people looking from the outside, they may think, oh boy, I wouldn't stand for the things this person is saying to her or him, what's going on? Is she silly? Is he silly? No, we're just drawing up from our bank of patience, Because INFJ, we got plenty of that. We always put ourselves in the shoes of others, and we understand where they're coming from, and all that. So, as we are introverted and quiet, we don't vocalize. We don't say, well, that's no good what you just said. I don't agree. It feels, if you do that, like you have been rude or, inconsiderate, and we don't like that. We don't like that. So we allow others people to be inconsiderate to us without saying anything. So as I said, one day we just have enough, and we just close the door behind, very gently, very softly, and throw the keys to that friendship, for example. It could happen also in work situations, relationships, or any other situation that you may think about. So, what happens when we close the door? Do we suffer? Do we miss the relationship? Do we miss the friendship? Do we miss the situation? Not at all. Do we grieve for it? No. And why is that? That's because all along in the process of that situation, we have been doing the grieving as well. Every time that someone is inconsiderate or mean, we do the grieving. So by the end of the process, when we throw the key away, we already done the grieving. We already done the missing of that person or situation or whatever it is what we talk about. So once the key is thrown, we don't grieve. We don't miss the situation. That has been done all along. And also, as I'm nearly now 60 and looking back, what INFJs should do is actually to push themselves, to open up, to talk, to tell that person or to look at the situation and just talk, communicate. This is a big problem with us. We don't communicate. We hate to talk, basically. We really feel that it's rude to say to a person, "You have been rude." Isn't that funny? That's the way we are. So, looking back, I would say, please communicate, talk. Don't allow that point of no return in the situation, whatever we're talking about. Don't allow the point of no return. Talk and communication, that's very important for us. Get a bit or grow a bit more the extroverted person that lives in all of us, even us, the introverted people. Teach that extroverted. Teach them that if you talk, there is nothing wrong with that. And on the contrary, we can get so much more in any situation. So, this is my perspective, because all the video I watch about INFJs are most of them about young people who suffer silently. And I said, there is no need for you. Go ahead, talk. You'll see marvelous things happening. You will see changes. And then we don't need to close softly and gently the door and throw the keys. Thank you. Bye for now.